Entering Meany Theater is a experience in itself. You're entering this wonderful wooden-based cocoon where you know great sound is going to be performed.
I feel friendship and community and anticipation when I step through those doors.
For students, when they come to this space, it truly is magical. It's once in a lifetime.
There was really no equivalent to Meany Theater, so it landed, boom, and here was this fabulous place. I don't think there's a bad seat in the house. I certainly haven't sat in one.
Meany was bringing in the finest in international music and dance. Matt was very interested in developing an educational program, which he did.
There were so many performances on the World Music and Theater series that I felt really shared a lot of world culture with our audiences. Mark Morris, Sydney Dance Company, Palabolas, Crowd Pleaser, Alvin Ailey, all of the years that we presented Alvin, and we did Dance Fair of Harlem twice. I mean, so many.
Our audiences were exposed to not only different kinds of music, but different kinds of people. It was very exciting.
The World Series at the time had been looked at after Matt's incredibly long tenure, 29 years, being the founding director of the World Series. And really, the university stepped back and really wanted to assess where the intersections were between performing artists that were visiting and performing artists that were resident and students, to really just rethink what it meant to be a performing arts center based at a major research university in the 21st century. We are an artist-centered organization, and that can be visiting artists, that can be faculty artists, that can be student artists, but always letting the art lead.
I think we get a lot more from Meany than they get from us, because we have the experience of having these people come into our studios and teach these extraordinary master classes. There is nothing like watching an active professional dancer or choreographer who's world-renowned walk into the studio and teach a class. They're seeing kind of living, breathing experience of a person living a life as an artist, which they have so much pressure on them from so many different forces to not do that.
When we think about work that could benefit from student and faculty participation or visiting artist participation, different possibilities artistically that support the finest work being presented.
For me, participating in that sight reading party with the Danish String Quartet, it really feels like you're part of something much greater than yourself.
We have all these wonderful students and faculty who are lovers of the arts, studying the arts, involved in the arts, and I think it's just become a much richer community once we started to bring them into the fold. In middle school, I was in orchestra and we were playing every day, and Meany has this wonderful program of sending artists out into local schools to do residencies. And so they sent a chamber group called the Young Eight to work with our middle school orchestra for about a week or so. At that time, being so young, having this idea of what a violinist looks like, getting to see and work with professional musicians who looked a lot like we did at our school was incredibly impactful.
We serve 2 homeless shelters at Lowell Elementary, and we serve one of the highest transient populations in all of Seattle Public Schools. Music fits in by making a community full of students. We go to music class and we sing together. We make a circle of drums and we're all of a sudden one group of people rather than 20 individuals. The Meany artists that come to visit Lowell are really special opportunities for our students. One of the times when this happened at Lowell was when the Westerlies came to Lowell Elementary to perform for our students. So 2 of the members of that group were Lowell Dragons in elementary school. And it was really cool for our students to be able to see people who grew up in the same circumstances, went to the same school, had the same background, professional musicians, making a living, doing what they loved and felt passionate about.
I am so excited about the work that we're able to do in schools. One of the most exciting moments for me is when I come to our matinees, because we're able to reach so many students. Sometimes 1,000 kids are here, and they get a first-rate performance experience.
For many children, as the arts in the schools have diminished, their opportunity to see the finest in international music and dance is here in this theater. So it's made an amazing contribution to the children of the city.
Well, I think we as an organization have learned that we can do big things that are complex and involve every aspect of the organization working together.
It's easy to forget when we are doing this all the time how special this place is. I try to keep that in my head. Look how fortunate we are to have this theater in this city.
It's more like a homecoming every time we come here.
There's something about being here that captures who you are and feels to be an important part of your life.
Honestly, I think taking 1 hour or 2 out of your day to go to a concert or play with friends is gonna be more helpful to you than cramming for your next midterm. My support system that I've gathered here at UW has been from the music community.
If we didn't have partners like the Meany Center, our students would be missing out on so much. You're helping to equal the opportunity gap. You're helping to give students from all sorts of backgrounds and all different ability levels the chance to experience music in a whole new way, to celebrate themselves in a beautiful, incredibly respectful environment. The kids that I work with would not be the same without our partnership with Meany Center. So I want to say thank you.
I feel like Meany is a family, and I want that family to grow, and I want that family to feel connected to one another. I want that family to be passionate about making the world a better place and about fostering the next generation. And I really love this place. I feel that when I'm in the hall with audiences, how much they love it too. And I am excited for the future because I know we have great things ahead.